The book I chose for my book talk is Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, written by William Steig. It was written in 1969. It is a fiction book. It is on the 4th grade reading level, but I could feel like students at the end of the 3rd grade could also read it. I chose this book because I feel like it teaches kids about love and family, and how even though you could have anything in the world, that the most important thing is your family and the people that you love around you. Sylvester Duncan is a young donkey who loves collecting pebbles. One day he came across a beautiful red pebble, and before he knew it, he realized that it was magic. While walking home, he came across a lion, and he was very scared, so he turned himself into a rock. While he could have chosen anything out of fear, he said he wished he was a rock. So he turned into a rock, and for many days and nights, his family looked for him. They never could find him. They finally began to lose hope. But one day, Sylvester's parents decided to go have a picnic, and they found a nice big rock and decided to set up on it. Well, Sylvester came out of his deep sleep that he had gone into and realized it was them. It was his parents. They were there. Well, Sylvester's father saw this red pebble on the ground, picked it up, and was like, wow, Sylvester would have really loved this, and set it on top of Sylvester. And then Sylvester could wish himself back into a donkey. He turned back into a donkey, and you can imagine what happened. I'm going to read what happened. One day in May, Mr. Duncan insisted that his wife go with him on a picnic. Let's cheer up, he said. Let us try to live again and be happy, even though Sylvester, our angel, is no longer with us. They went to Strawberry Hill. Miss Duncan sat down on the rock. The warmth of his mother sitting on him woke Sylvester up from his deep winter sleep. How he wanted to shout, Mother, Father, it's me, Sylvester, I'm right here. But he couldn't talk. He had no voice. He was stone dumb. Mr. Duncan walked aimlessly about while Miss Duncan set out the picnic food on the rock. Alfalfa sandwiches, pickled oats, sassafras salad, Timothy compote. Suddenly, Mr. Duncan saw the red pebble. What a fantastic pebble, he exclaimed. Sylvester would have loved it for his collection. He put the pebble on the rock. They sat down to eat. Sylvester was now as wide awake as a donkey that was a rock could possibly be. Miss Duncan felt some mysterious excitement. You know, Father, she said suddenly, I have the strangest feeling that our dear Sylvester is still alive and not far away. I am, Sylvester wanted to shout, but he couldn't. If only he had realized that the pebble resting on his back was the magic pebble. Oh, how I wish he was here with us on this lovely May day, said Miss Duncan. Mr. Duncan looked sadly at the ground. Don't you wish it too, Father, she said. He looked at her as if to say, how can you ask such a question? Mr. and Miss Duncan looked at each other with great sorrow. I wish I were myself again. I wish I were my real self again, thought Sylvester. And in less than an instant he was. You can imagine the scene that followed. The embraces, the kisses, the questions, the answers, the loving looks, and the fond exclamations. When they had eventually calmed down a bit and had gotten home, Mr. Duncan put the magic pebble in an iron safe. Someday they might want to use it, but really, for now, what more could they wish for? They all had all they wanted. I read that part because it's the end of the book, and I feel like it really wraps the main theme up about how even though they still have this magic pebble, that they would rather put it up and be able to spend time with each other because that's who they love and that's what's important. Thank you.